Hey guys, Matt Allen, Tim Little, welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Now over the last couple weeks, we've been talking a lot about winter fishing, about different baits that you can throw, different ways to fish the baits. We've talked about when to fish shallow versus deep. We've even talked about how to develop patterns so you can start targeting fish effectively. What we have not talked about is places on the lake that you should go looking for those fish. This is speaking to everybody, but specifically to bank anglers, because this is something that is visual. It's something that you can do from shore. So we're gonna give you 3 key features. Now there are more than this. There are things out in the middle of the lake, but they don't apply to the bank guy. For the bank guy, you've got 3 key features. First one is going to be transitions. If you look behind me on this bank, my entire shoreline, as far as you can see, is chunk rock. And then you get right here, and we go from chunk rock to mud. And then it's mud from then on. Right at that transition, that switch from rock to mud, you're going to have a spot that is likely to have fish. This one, in fact, did have a fish on it. We just picked up a nice little smallmouth off it on a jig. But this is the sort of stuff you're looking for. Your lake may not have rock in it. It may be the transition from mud to a hard bottom. It may be a little shelf. But any transition, any change in the shore is going to be an indicator of an area that should have fish on it. The second one is going to be a point that runs out into the lake. Now there are a couple of reasons why points are key. The primary reason is that it's a highway. It's a place that bass can move. But there are other reasons. It's a place that bait fish are going to have to swim around. They're going to have to travel around it. It's a highway where bass can move up and down easily out of deep water. And most points break off into some of the deepest water in the lake. So it's a great spot in the wintertime to focus in your time. Today we've been, again, throwing a jig, going down, fishing transitions, fishing points, fishing a variety of different structures, and just plucking fish off. Now the third one, because every body of water is different, you may be on a fairly featureless pond, or you may be in a place that's just mud bank. The third place you want to look is any visual cover, whether that's dock pilings, whether that's a concrete inlet or a concrete outlet, whether that's standing timber or brush in the water. Any visual cover that you can see, tules, grass, you want to key in on those areas. You can go down the shore just fishing, just covering water, going through the motions, and eventually you will run into fish. But if you focus on those key areas, focus on points where you know fish are moving up and down, focus on transitions where you know the things are changing, fish just dial in on that, and then focus on that visual cover and pick it apart. Present a variety of baits. We've already covered a lot of that, but down in the video description we'll link you some of the baits we would use again. But cover it with a variety of baits. If you fish those 3 things, if you hone in on those, you are saving a lot of time. Fishing them shallow or deep depends on the day. We already talked about that. Developing the pattern for which bait to throw down there, we already talked about. But stay focused, stay on those key spots, and you're going to be spending more of your time on productive water. We hope that helps. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you soon.